What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I am bringing you guys a much-awaited Town Hall 10 strategy guide on how to 3-star using Archer Queen walks with the LaLoon strategy. Now, this is the most common way that a Town Hall 10 is going to 3-star another Town Hall 10, and I want to break that down in this video exactly how it's done, what you're looking for, what your objectives are, and how to deploy your troops in order to obtain that 3-star. So, lock it in. Grab some popcorn and get out that notepad, and we will break it down here for you today. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the style of base that you see that is used as far as like anti-3-star style bases, and that is the Dragonflower base. What the Dragonflower means is that you have basically the same style of design. What we're looking at right now is a Dragonflower base. You can see it's kind of like a star or flower looking style where it's got a rectangular compartment on each of the upper diagonal sides, just like so. Same thing, pretty symmetrical on all sides, and then it's got a square or rectangle compartment on the upper sides and the right and left. The inner portion of it is where the bases vary a little bit. We check the next one here. Same exact style. You'll notice the same thing. You've got those side, rectangular compartments, and then on the top you see these pointed, compartments. Those are Dragonflower style bases, and again, guys, look at the core of the base, completely different than the last one, so that's entirely different as far as how you would handle it. But the general premise is the same. These are the bases that people are using 99% of time at Town Hall 10 as far as an anti-3-star base. So what we need to look for in these bases are your objectives. Remember, at Town Hall 9, we talked about the objectives being killing the clan castle, killing the Archer Queen, and then if you're hogging, you take out giant bombs. If you're going for air, you take out air defenses. Well, the same more or less goes for Town Hall 10 as well, but you're adding in an extra component. You've got to deal with this new Town Hall 10 defense called the Inferno Tower. Obviously, you guys are probably familiar with these bad boys. They sit typically in the middle of the base, and they roast your balloons at will. That is something that you're trying to avoid. So when you're planning your attacks, your goals are the same as at Town Hall 9, but you also want to try to take out an Inferno Tower. So primary objectives are the enemy Archer Queen. Right here. Also a primary objective is the clan castle, and primary objectives are your air defenses. You want to identify places where you can take these things out. Now, the kill squad is going to begin basically with your Archer Queen, and 4 healers is the normal amount of healers that you would bring for a Town Hall 10 Archer Queen walk. Now, when you're doing your walk, it's very key that you recognize what your queen is going to be able to reach and what she will not be able to reach. For example, when she walks, say, down this wall here, she's going to be able to reach, obviously, all of those buildings that are in that compartment. They're right over the other side of the wall, totally in the queen range. But what about this air defense back there? That is not able to be reached by the queen as she is standing on the outside of the wall by the gold mine. In order to reach that air defense, she would have to break into the wall here somewhere and allow her access to that compartment so that she can reach it. The queen's range on things that are inside walls is 4 tiles. So that means that if you look at the normal 3x3 building, so for example, this cannon, if a queen is firing at the mortar, it is out of range because there is a wall or a space between this building and this building. Now, if those buildings were butted up against each other, if the mortar was right next to this cannon where the wall is now, then it would be reachable by the queen. So anytime you've got defenses that are stacked up, on top of each other or buildings next to each other, know that your queen can reach those buildings. That is very key. Now, most of the Dragonflower designs, when you're hitting them, are not, accessible. The air defenses are set 5 tiles back, so that the queen cannot reach them. And then the key to your raids become wall breakers. Wall breakers are used to open up compartments on the side, and we do what's called an in and out method, basically, where the queen's going to dip in by basically breaking like this level 10 wall here that I've highlighted on the corner. Wall breakers target that exact portion of the wall, open it up, and that allows the queen to walk through that compartment. She might walk all the way to the other side, taking out all of these buildings. That's going to open up the inside of this compartment here. As she walks down, this compartment on the bottom right, from cannon to elixir storage, everything on the inside portion, the core of the base, now becomes available. Anything that she can reach, 4 tiles inside of that, is fair game. So as she's done with that compartment, you can then break the other corner with wall breakers and get her out, and then she continues on the walk. The same thing if we look at the next base here. You can do the same exact thing. You would break in a corner of the wall on this side, break another one on this side, and she continues to walk. Now, the keys to remember when she is breaking in and breaking out, you want to make sure that you have tanking for your wall breakers. Wait till the queen is in range to distract the defenses that are in range of that wall piece. Wait till she's in range, is attracting the defensive fire, then send your wall breakers. Make sure you send a test wall breaker in order to trip any bombs. So let's go ahead and let's look at an attack here. We'll get one started. Predator's going to be doing the demonstration today. He had a nice 6-star war here with us against Lethal Venom in our most recent arranged war. And so you're going to notice he is going to be going after all of the primary objectives, obviously, which is the Archer Queen, the Clan Castle, and 2 air defenses, and also an Inferno Tower. Now, what you're going to see most often so you'll notice there that the queen was attracting the fire of that cannon. The wall breakers go in and open up the wall. In almost every case, you do not want to try these attacks as a fresh hit. So the first hit on the base, you don't want to necessarily try an attack like this, because it's helpful to know where the Teslas are, where the traps are, what the Clan Castle composition is. The skeleton traps that he's encountering right now, it's important to know where these things are. Now, you're going to be taking a rage spell for your Archer Queen walk in nearly every one of these raids. You want to have your queen have 2 get out of jail free cards. One of them is her ability, which you want to save until the very end if at all possible. Takes out the queen at this point. He's actually going to wall break in the corner. Now, normally, you could have the queen actually exit the compartment here. But what Predator decides to do is he is actually going to perform some additional funneling. And then as he gets in there to take out the air defense, that's air defense number 1 taken down. So there is one primary objective already accomplished. The queen has been taken out already, and now he's engaging the Clan Castle. It's important to look at the Clan Castle and make sure that you're never engaging it where you're going to be in range of an Inferno Tower. That would be a poor spot to try to engage the Clan Castle. Make sure that you are away from the Inferno Towers. 2 minions come in behind. That is a trick. It's not required, but it's a trick to help keep your healers alive. Losing a healer as part of an Archer Queen walk is devastating. You do not want that to happen. Trailing minions will help clean up the pups that are on your queen. Now, he's done some funneling, and he sends in his king to reinforce his queen. Now, he's going to go in, and notice there is a lane straight to the Inferno Tower and the 2nd air defense. Now, he has already started his LaLoon attack on the top side. I'm going to pause it here real quick, because what he's done is very, very key. Notice the balloons that were started way over to the right. You see that there was a cannon there as well as a Tesla set. Now, by sending those balloons to that location, he has made sure not to neglect the first defenses as part of the actual defense ring. The defense ring starts right in this area, and then as he deploys in a counterclockwise fashion, he's able to pick up the remaining defenses as he goes around the base, and eventually all of those path into the Inferno Tower, and he will be able to take it out. He has dropped a freeze on the Inferno Tower to the south. What that does is it allows his queen a break in the action. She is getting shot by the Inferno Tower, and that will allow her to heal back up to full. As you can see, the healers inside of a rage spell there go ahead and bring her all the way back to full. And an Inferno Tower set to multi that is on your heroes is really not much to be concerned with, as long as they can get it targeted in a timely manner. It's only 30 or 40 DPS coming in, and that's really, really not much. That's like a level 7 Archer tower or something crazy. So not a lot to worry about there. So if you can get a break in the action with a free spell or even an ability, those healers inside of a rage can get your queen up back up to full life very, very quickly. So another thing to keep in mind here, write this down. Anytime that you get 2 air defenses taken down and you have 2 remaining, you're going to want 3 hounds for that situation. You always want to bring 1 more hound than the air defenses are left in the base. That's kind of a standard approach. If you get really, really good and you feel like you can exploit a base by bringing 1-for-1 trades, that's different. But for starting out, you kind of always want to bring 1 more hound than there are number of air defenses in a base. That being said, the Inferno Towers, you want to make sure that as far as your entries are concerned, if you're able to pick up an Inferno Tower with a Queen Walk on the entry, you can take 1 free spell. You want to take 1 free spell for each Inferno Tower left standing. In this case, Predator has taken 2 because he knows he's going to encounter it with his kill squad, as the LaLoon portion is already active. Now, the second free spell goes down. Notice the hit points on those balloons. They had just gotten into range of the Inferno Tower. It is very, very key that you drop those free spells early on the Inferno Towers, especially if you have max level free spells, because they last forever. So drop them early before your balloons take too much damage, because if you wait too long, your attack is dead in the water. If you at least attack early, you can guarantee that that first Inferno Tower goes down, and you might have a challenge later on in the raid, but at least you've given yourself a chance. He gets in there, takes out the X-Bow, moves to the next, Inferno Tower. They do start shooting the balloons again, but he's got plenty of time. He gets in there, takes them out, and haste spells are leading those balloons to the next defenses. Now here is another key, guys. Notice this wizard tower on the back side. This is kind of where the balloons are congregating. Anytime that you do a rotational style attack with a LaLoon, your loons are going to bunch up in one large group. It's very, very key that you hold back at least 1 balloon to hit that back side so that the wizard tower will go ahead and target it. Now check this out. What if that wizard tower was firing at that clump of balloons? It's all gone. All of it. Dead. So instead, they target this balloon over here. That keeps the bulk of his balloons free and clear. They go in, take out the last defense. We are into cleanup. The pups actually help you clean up. And the Archer Queen, now she has stayed alive this whole time and is able to help clean up the base. That does not always happen, but it is ideal if you can make it happen. That's something that's kind of a secondary objective as well, is protecting your kill squad with the LaLoon portion of the raid. But again, guys, 2 hounds go into that first air defense using different angles in order to soak up as many air traps as possible. As they go in, you're going to be trailing balloons in behind them as quickly as possible. You're going to get them in via haste spells to the key defenses, and you want to make sure that you're hasting or raging, if you have it, into the Inferno Towers. You want to be there as quickly as possible. You do not want to linger in range of those Inferno Towers. Make sure that you have a free spell for each Inferno Tower that you leave up with your kill squad. So, that being said, let's check out the next attack by Predator. This is on number 8. Same style of base, guys. Dragonflower design. And if you'll notice the scout here, he has found that the queen is down here on the bottom. There are 2 air defenses on the right with an Inferno Tower smack dab in the middle. So let's watch exactly how he takes care of this. Notice he's got 9 wall breakers in his army composition. That is going to allow him to do the in and out method that we talked about. So remember the primary objectives, guys. We need to find a way to take out that Archer Queen. We need to find a way to take out 2 air defenses, and we need to find a way to take out the Clan Castle troops. Getting an Inferno Tower is absolutely a bonus, and we will get it if we can. So what he chose to do was attract the defenses there with his queen, and then he actually does the same thing on the other side with a giant. That giant is a great way to provide enough distraction to buy time for those wall breakers to get in and perform their function. Now, there's going to be a lot of incoming damage here shortly with that queen. That's going to allow the friendly queen to get in range of the enemy queen here. Sorry for the stuttering. Drops that rage spell, and you'll see the queen is engaged. And now a poison spell awaits the Clan Castle. Something to talk about here with the Clan Castle. 90% of the time, you're going to find a LaLoon basically the Lava Hound and the Loon in the clan castle as, you know, the opposing Town Hall 10's clan castle comes out. If you drop a poison in the path of that balloon, if it's a max level poison, which you really should get in your clan castle since it is upgraded, you know, that is going to take out a balloon as it passes from the back to the front of that spell. So you really don't have to worry about that balloon. You want to make sure that the spell ends before your queen. You know, you don't want it to end on top of your queen because that would still allow the crash damage and the potential bomb drop from that balloon to go ahead and get her while she's still working on that Lava Hound. So the Lava Hound usually arrives first because it travels faster. But you'll notice the health on that balloon slowly going down, and as it approaches the end of that spell, boom, dead, before it even can do anything to the queen. And notice again, guys, he has trailed in 3 minions there to go ahead and combat those pups, and that's going to make it so his queen survives. Drops another rage spell there. You'll see she got really low. He is able to burn the rage spell to keep her going. Now, that's not always going to happen. And here's another thing, guys. Sometimes you'll run into this Inferno problem. This is why it's key to save your ability. You'll notice he did not use it when he was engaging that clan castle and the defenses were on him. He opted for another rage spell instead. Now, he's got an Inferno Tower on him with other defenses, so she goes down really quickly, uses the ability, but watch her health bar. It's completely full, and in the meantime, she takes out a bunch of defenses and now is able to go ahead and lock on to the archer towers. The wall breakers come in behind, open up the wall, and again, guys, you'll see the wizards over there creating the nice funnel, making sure that king is not going to walk, and a jump spell goes down, leading him into, guess what, the Inferno Tower and the air defense. So he's gotten the queen, the clan castle, and air defense so far, and now we're looking at picking up another air defense as well as the Inferno Tower. So things are looking really, really good. As a bonus, he's going to get some wizard towers, it looks like. See how much damage the queen is taking right now with that Inferno Tower on her? It's really, really not much at all. Not anything to be scared of, but she finally steps in, and as soon as it goes down, the healers will actually work to keep her back up. So here we go. 2 hounds come in. Notice the 2 angles they're approaching from. That clears the left and the top right areas of this base, and notice the nice loon pathing there. They're coming in equally to all of the different defenses, and watch the spell placement here. He has 3 haste spells, but watch when he uses them. He uses a couple to get him in, and then you'll notice that free spell goes down right when the Inferno Tower becomes in range. You'll notice the balloons go ahead and take out this air defense, and the pathing sends the bulk of those balloons straight to the Inferno Tower. He uses his last haste spell to kind of speed everything up. Things are looking really, really good. The loons split, take out all the defenses. That's exactly how it's done. In this particular example, the queen did not survive, so you know it's a bonus if she does. But this was so well executed that the you know, the queen wasn't necessary for the cleanup process. Just one straggler there in the middle. Plenty of balloons to go ahead and take that expo out. And then we lock on to the remaining buildings, and the cleanup is pretty much already done, so that it is a 3-star, guys. So hopefully this has been really helpful for you guys to kind of touch on some of the keys we talked about. Wall breakers, guys. Consider what you can get access to just by breaking into those side compartments. If those side compartments buy you access to those primary objectives, definitely consider the Queen Walk. You know, there's only so much space in a base, and anybody using Dragonflower designs is going to have their defenses vulnerable at some point in the base. So try to use the in and out method with wall breakers. Make sure they are covered when you drop them. Get in there. Take out the objectives. Remember, you're shooting for the air defense, you're shooting for the Archer Queen, the Clan Castle, and if you can get to it, get that Inferno Tower. Now, if you do get the Inferno Tower, you only need to bring 1 freeze for the backside Inferno Tower. If you don't get the Inferno Tower, know that you'll need to bring 2 freezes. You'll need them for each Inferno Tower to make sure that your balloons are able to safely path through the rest of the base. You're going to need a rage spell for your Queen Walk. You want to make sure that you have at least 1 get out of jail free. I like to bring 2 rages in my army composition. As you saw in this last raid, the second one was needed as an emergency to make sure that Queen did survive after the Clan Castle kill. You can use minions to help support taking out the pups when the Lava Hounds eventually blow up. Make sure that the poison is down, guys, on the balloon, and make sure that that poison spell stops before it gets to your queen. That way the balloon dies before it ever has a chance to get a bomb drop off on you. Use that king to reinforce your position with the queen and help with a push to get those second objectives after that queen rounds the corner and after she's dealt with the clan castle. Now, lastly, there is a scenario here. We didn't see it in these bases because they were, they were well-designed bases. You couldn't get any cheap air defenses. But say if there's an air defense that is accessible from an external queen walk where you don't have to break in. Maybe you can get 2 air defenses and an inferno tower with your queen without the help of your king. In that particular scenario, consider breaking in the king to a different area entirely of the base and try to get a 3rd air defense. Now, that is absolutely gravy if you can make that happen, but know that you don't necessarily have to stick to an absolute blueprint. Just know that you're going for specific objectives. Those objectives, like we talked about, air defenses, queen, clan castle, inferno towers. You get those things down and dealt with in advance, your loons are going to crush it. You'll sweep through the base, take everything out, and your raids will end up in 3 stars, just like Predator showed here in this video. Now, guys, this is not a super high percentage 3-star method, just like the Town Hall 9s that you execute properly there, and you got a 90% shot of getting 3. Well, here the percentage is quite a bit less, but at the same time, it's high enough to where this is a very reliable strategy to at least get you close to that 3-star. And if you can start pulling these off on a consistent basis, it's going to give you the opportunity to win a lot of clan wars. So guys, hopefully this has been helpful. If you liked the video today, hit that like button for me. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. There's lots more Town Hall 10 content coming in the very near future. Town Hall 11 as well. And also, guys, I'm not going to forget about you Town Hall 9s. You're going to be seeing that continue to populate the channel, as we do have a lot of stuff to source from our Town Hall 9 guys. So for now, for this episode, this is Powerbang bringing you the Town Hall 10 3-star strategy for the Archer Queen walk with LaLoon. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. Take care. Have a great night or day wherever you're at in the world. This is Powerbang, and I'm out till next time. Peace.